Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TeaDB bringing you guys episode 250 with our special guest, Mr. Beanman.
Anpanman.
Anpanman.
Yeah, who is apparently a Japanese TV character because we know so much about these things.
I am very plugged into Japanese TV culture, and I'm trying to make some joke about Netflix and matcha. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. We're going to drink some tea. It's not even Japanese.
Yep, we are drinking some Pu'erh.
Yeah.
So this is a tea generously sent to us by Liquid Proust, who is kind of a vendor, I guess. So this is a 2017 one. He said this is one of the best raw pours, young raw pours he's ever had. So let's give it a shot. It comes in this little dragon egg. It is a Chenyuan Hao, who is a boutique Taiwanese producer. I believe it's Iwu, not positive. But yeah, we're going to give this a shot.
Smells really good.
We will still give this a rinse.
So, James, sounds like you have a little bit of a cold still.
Yeah.
How's that been affecting your quality of your tea?
I find that it really affects my nose. There was a couple days there where I literally just couldn't smell.
Yeah.
So,
right. And taste, and you absorb a lot of sensory taste information through your sinuses.
Yeah. So, for those days, I was mainly just drinking like cheaper right pu'erh. So I haven't been drinking super fancy tea or anything like that, or super aromatic tea. How's this smell to you?
It smells really good. It has like a really wonderful green sweetness to it still, with a lot of the strength and body, at least from the aroma of a solid pu'erh. So we're hoping that we get a good combo of potency, crispness from, we're drinking a young raw, so hopefully a little bit of some crisp, higher notes, and enough balance so that this is one of those teas that's delicious to be drinking right now, ideally. Maybe this tea will be, I'm assuming that that's kind of the idea, is that this tea is supposed to be incredible today and not necessarily incredible in 10 years.
Yeah, I assume so. The producer is known for being really diligent about making products that will age, but I don't think you press tea like that if you are planning to age it.
Seemingly not.
In the long term.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Unless you just you thought they were going to be the most expensive ever. Who knows?
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. So oil's on here already. This looks a little hot.
Brew while this cools down just a little bit.
Wow, weird. It's a very green, slightly grassy, I wouldn't call it sweetness, just flavor happening that I'd say was very strongly delayed, strangely enough. Like, I didn't really taste much, and then it was just like, boom. Not sweet yet, per se.
I don't even know how to describe that flavor.
Yeah. It's not very peaty. Doesn't taste very pu'erh. It tastes more green than anything. And it's not as like crisp as a freshly.
It's not sweet. I agree. I'd say there is some bitterness to it for sure.
What are we using for ratios here? There's a little honey
7 grams for 120 milliliters.
There's a little kind of tobacco-y vibes in the aroma. Interesting. It's funny because I think you and I probably expected something that typically these younger raws that are kind of meant to be drank early typically are sweet, especially if it's those sort of iwu ones. But
right.
So like, this is a little bit different. It almost has a strange flavor fusion. It's like sort of like I'm getting like notes of like really, really jade green like Taiwanese oolongs.
Huh.
That kind of grassiness, that kind of like crisp, fresh grassiness. The color is really interesting. It's not yellow. It's kind of more orange.
Maybe you can sort of appreciate this more like a oolong than a...
I don't even know.
Pu'erh.
Oops. Oh, goodness.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, gosh.
We'll
Oh, there he goes.
He's very resilient.
He is. He's a bean man after all. Cheers. This is probably going to be very different, actually. Interesting. This is a very subtle tea. I'm not going to lie. I think this is one of those teas that demands a fair amount of attention. It's kind of hard to place.
I'd say I totally agree about it being hard to play. I'd say it has a really good density. It feels like there's a lot of stuff going on. It's not a thin tea. It's definitely not thin. Feels like there's a lot going on that maybe it's a little bit difficult to describe.
There's like interesting notes of like floral. I get like a little bit of a honey sweetness. There's a little bit of hints of fruit somehow, but none of it is that sweet. There's no saccharine vibes to this.
It's not super dominated by high notes. It's got sort of a full range.
Interesting. It has a natural Pu'erh bitterness to it. It's sort of lingering. That's pleasant. I mean, this isn't maybe not pleasant for the new and or mother tea drinking person, but
a nice, just nice full flavor. I find some sweetness lingering in the mouth. Any energy from this so far?
I would call it kind of neutral. It doesn't feel like it's warming or cooling per se. I don't feel like I'm like, jumping off of the walls either.
Still early. There's plenty of time to jump off the walls.
Very true. This strikes me as one of those teas that we're gonna see. We're gonna drink a fair amount of this one. We're gonna see if it has that longevity. I think it's one of those. It could be one of those kind of. I mean, it could be anything. Hell, I'm not holding myself liable to anything here, I guess. But it could be one of those like finishes off really quick, is subtle, and then it's gone. Or it could be one of those ones that sort of like lasts a long time.
I think it's gonna last a long time.
Yeah, I think more of the latter.
Yeah.
Leaf quality.
It's pretty good.
Definitely good. I'd say it's also very homogeneous. There's not a lot of variety. All the oxidation looks very similar across the leaves.
So processed very consistently.
Yeah. So, which is interesting because we're getting so much. There's little honey flavors to that. We're getting so much different notes of the tea itself. It's interesting that it's all coming from probably one, pretty specific location.
Notes of brown sugar and florals in this one.
Exactly. Yeah, and a little bit more potency in the Pu'erh bitterness, I'd say.
Yeah,
I think this tea actually might benefit a lot from aging.
I agree. This does not come across to me as a drink now Pu'erh at all. Actually, it just comes across as a pretty solid, good material.
It's good right now, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, I got to drink this quick because it's not gonna like be as good in 5 years. Drink this quick as in 5. Okay. Yeah. We're spoiled on TeaDB.
Yeah, and this one looks like it has developed a little more color, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be the strongest infusion so far.
One of the most interesting characteristics of this tea is that it's not very yellow at all. It's more of an orange. The liqueur has more of an orange hue. And I don't know. You typically, those yellower
or even
colors feel younger.
Or even those extremely opaque, you'll get some very clear colors. Yeah, they do. And I don't know, there could be a variety of reasons for that. Some of the regions that they grow tea could be remote, so it'll just take them a little bit of time to process them. It could just be the base material. The time would allow it to just oxidize just a slight amount before the processing of the tea. Some producers like to just oxidize it a very slight amount too. So,
and that oxidation, just to be clear, is going to change the liqueur color for you folks out there to a little bit of a darker color. And as the tea continues to oxidize through aging, it will continue to develop a darker hue, go from green to yellow to orange to red.
Right, exactly.
And This is nice. It's subtle.
This is strong.
You think so?
I think this one's strong. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
I get puckeriness for this.
Okay, yeah. The sort of like high notes for me are still subtle and like multifaceted. Yeah, I don't feel like it's getting. I don't feel like this is the most viscous tea I've ever drank. I think it's kind of medium bodied in terms of that. I think it has like a nice texture. I don't think it's too mouth puckering, but it is a little bit. I think this tea would benefit a ton from aging. This is so interesting. Yeah.
Well, then we have changed our mind in 10 minutes.
I mean, everyone has their own experience. It's not like I'm not enjoying this tea right now at all. It's just that, it's an interesting kind of exploration. And who knows? I mean, what the hell am I? What do I know? I'm just a guy on the internet drinking some tea, but
here's the guys on the internet.
Yeah, and gals.
Yeah.
And Zer people and
moms.
Like cats. There's a lot of cats on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Shout out to all of the people who like TeaDB and feline critters. Cheers.
Should we cut?
5?
Yeah.
Okay. Salud.
Getting the poo burps here.
This is a very dynamic tea, which is great. I feel like it's changing a lot.
Yeah.
Steeping to steep.
Do you think we should do one last one?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it's too strong. I think this is actually a pretty sessionable tea, even though it does definitely have a good amount of oomph in it. It's not too smoky.
Not at all. Yeah.
The earthiness and the sort of peatiness of it is nice. Maybe a little bit cooling. Just a little bit. It's definitely an interesting tea.
It's pretty well balanced too, considering how like homogeneous the leaf is.
Yeah, this is one of those teas that I think really will be continue to improve and become a really fascinating tea. Right now, it's already fairly challenging.
Yeah, not necessarily a beginner's young raw pu'erh at all.
I like that. There's this nice it's not quite tangy, but it's like a nice little subtle sweetness to this. I'm getting, I think if I had to call the sweetness something, it would be sort of on like the honeysuckle, honey side of things more than anything else.
Yeah, but it's like not richly or intensely sweet at all. It's more, I don't know. It's a little more complex than that. Maybe a little bit of wheatiness in it as well.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. But this tea doesn't feel, to James' point about being balanced, it's not too busy. It's not like there's like just 30 flavors that are all just competing with each other and really intense. There is a good balance in this tea. The aroma is nice. Yeah, this tea is definitely a tea that you could session. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good energy, despite this being a cooling tea for me, at least. Not heated up or anything.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Let's keep going. Numero 6, 7, whatever. Who cares?
Slevin.
That's not a number. I'm going for it. This tea could just get more juicy for me.
Yeah. For you, we haven't asked this question in a while, actually, but what time of day would you drink this tea? Also, real quickly, no on the mom test. But anyway.
Yeah, that's for sure. This is one of those teas that's so subtle, it would probably be kind of like mid in like the progression of intensities of flavors. If I were to start with a lighter, less intense tea in the morning, this would be sort of like a midday tea. I think you would lose some of the just some of the subtlety of the different flavors if you were to drink this after something that was like kind of a kick you in the face raw pu'erh. This is pretty strong though. I mean, this is definitely kind of a, I don't know, afternoon, potentially end of the day session, but it requires a fair amount of concentration. I wouldn't just like cruise on this.
It's subtle, but it's strong. This tea, I would say. I think it's actually a really good tea. I am also, early on, I wasn't feeling the energy quite so much, but I feel like it's really built throughout the session. So I am feeling pretty awake right now, gotta say.
I'm really enjoying this kind of juicy sweetness that's happening later in these steepings. Yeah, this is one of those teas that I think our first few steepings don't quite do justice to.
Right. It's almost like these teas, it's better to hop in on steep number 3 or something like that. And that's really where the tea starts. Not that 1 and 2 are bad. It's just that, like, if you're looking for the fireworks, it can be in that middle range.
Hitting in this with some hot water, performing well under that. So definitely don't need to, like, baby this tea either. It's pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. Interesting. Give it a thumbs up, I'd say. 2 thumbs up, 4 even, maybe 6. We have a little bean man.
Yeah.
I don't think he does have thumbs.
Yeah, well, 4 thumbs and a...
2 beans up.
And a bean head, yeah.
We're going with it. Where did we get this?
This was found at the wonderful establishment of Goodwill.
No, the tea.
Oh. This was from Liquid Proust. You can check out Liquid Proust teas. So the tea is Chenyuan Hao, who is a very high quality vendor. I've had a couple teas made by them before, and this tea certainly has not disappointed us. So you go check out Liquid Proust teas. He's always offering all kinds of interesting things. He has a lot of interactions with the tea community on Reddit and Steepster and whatnot. So go check out what he's up to.
Yeah, amen. And if you folks want to follow us, crazy nerds, you can on our website, TeaDB.org. Check us out there. Subscribe down below. Like the video if you liked the video for some crazy reason. Send your mom to our YouTube channel as well. We're trying to get a demographic of nerdy neckbeards
and their moms.
It's going to be great.
Who may also be nerdy and have neckbeards. I don't know. Okay, too much.
Thanks for watching. If you got this far, thanks for following along for 250 episodes. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
yeah,
a ton of episodes.
That means that even with the basic math, we're almost at 4 years.
Yeah,
or
dude.
5 years. Shit.
I mean, if you think about it too, like you could literally watch you and I on just drinking tea for one whole day straight.
Yeah.
I think I did the math the other day. So if you want to do that, don't do that.
Yeah, that's a bad idea, guys. You might hate us.
But do continue to follow along if you've gotten this far. Incredible. And we'll see you guys next time on the next crazy version of TeaDB. See you guys then. Cheers.